and welcome back to 333 News. Now, on today's episode, we are going to be strictly focusing on the upcoming winter storm by the name of Orlena. And I do not know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please correct me on that. But other than that, since that's not really important, we are tracking the winter storm and it is projected to move through New England throughout Monday night and into Tuesday. And yeah, that is the first week of February that's going to be impacting us on. So we are going to have to make some schedule changes influenced by this storm as well, which we're going to be debriefing those right now before we get into the track of the storm, the effects it could bring, and most importantly, the projected snowfall. So yeah, we're going to start by saying, since this storm is likely going to bring some major impacts to New England, we are not going to be doing a 333 episode for the first half of the week, and only a 333 episode for the second half of the week, for the first week of February. Throughout the rest of February, so far, we are going to have a normal schedule, and who knows what schedule changes we're going to be doing. We're going to be releasing those next week, actually, because other than canceling the first half of the week's worth of video content, I do not project any other schedule changes for the week. So, yeah, now that that's out of the way, one more thing I want to say before I get into the track of the storm and its forecast. I do apologize that we missed 333 episodes for 2 weeks in a row, and I do full-heartedly promise that we will be getting our 333 episodes out regularly and on time throughout the whole month of February. And if we do fall behind, please understand that it is not because we are lazy, but it's because we have other stuff to do that is more important. And it is kind of, taking our time away from making 333 episodes, and we need to focus on those things more. So, just to make sure you understand that, we're saying that right now. And we will have a 333 Tunes video, hopefully, out by tomorrow. And, yeah, well, let's just stop talking about that and get into Winter Storm Orlena. So, Winter Storm Orlena is forecasted to go through New England and impact it throughout Monday night and into Tuesday. And we're actually going to show the track of what it could be up here. So you will notice it's going to start out as simply a winter storm, but then, we project it's going to become a nor'easter as it moves off the east coast of the United States and then goes up the east coast of New England, intensifying as a nor'easter would. And yeah, that's typical for nor'easters. So that is what we are going to be seeing, and yeah, this is not the official track that it will take, and you will notice that there is a purple cone of uncertainty, as it is called by other weather stations and weather channels, and that is because its track could slightly change based on, the conditions of the jet stream and whatnot. So just keep in mind that that is not the exact track, but it's an estimated track. It could vary a little bit for what would actually happen. Alright, so next up we're going to replace that with the map of the winds, and these are the wind gusts, not sustained winds, but gusts that we could be seeing throughout the storm. And yeah, you might not be able to see so well, but on the very tip of the Cape and in Nantucket, it actually is pink, indicating that we could see up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And yeah, that is not that great there. And then for the rest of the east coast of Massachusetts, we could be seeing in the red zone, which would be between 50 and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And pretty much everywhere else, we're going to be seeing between 30 and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, which you will be able to decipher by looking at the map. And further inland, the winds will be weaker. We are expecting wind gusts for the east coast of New Jersey as well, and the east coast of Maine. So just be aware of that. And now we're going to be taking that off the screen. We're going to be looking at our total snowfall predictions. So the snowfall predictions that we could be seeing, you will notice there is a bullseye of between, it looks like 12 to 18 inches, and that is throughout mid-Massachusetts down to Connecticut. And then you'll notice as you go north, east, south, and west, those snowfall totals will be lower, especially along the south shore and into Cape Cod because it will transition over to rain as we are expecting by, Tuesday morning. And yeah, that rain snow line will move up, which will reduce the amount of snowfall that we will be seeing over in those areas. So keep that in mind. And everywhere else, there's just going to be some less snowfall than where we are projecting further east. So there's that. Now we're going to get into our power outage potential. So this is the last thing we are going to be showing you related to Winter Storm Orlena, the power outage potential map right here. So you will notice most of the places that the storm is going to impact, power outages are quite unlikely, and even if you are in that unlikely shade, please note it is still possible you could be seeing power outages. It does not mean you're guaranteed to not lose your power. Only if you're not in a region at all that is shaded will you be guaranteed no power loss. Even if you aren't in a green shade, you still could be seeing a chance of power outages. It's just that those chances are really low. So yeah, the unlikely is for most of the place that this storm is going to be affecting, and then you will notice a little bit further towards the center of the storm, where we could be seeing the most snowfall. That correlates with where we could be seeing some more isolated power outages, and that's because of the amount of snow that will be falling in those areas. But then you'll notice as we go further towards the coast, that chance increases, and on the eastern coast of New England, or southern New England actually, because it's not in Maine, we could be seeing some more scattered power outages for the east coast of Massachusetts and for Cape and Nantucket. So please keep that in mind because, it could be an impact based on our new school schedules that have been going around, because many people are defaulting to remote school. If there is a potential for power outages, it might be best not to have remote classes because then people will not be able to connect. So just please keep that in mind. And yeah, the reason why we are going to be seeing a higher potential for power outages on the East Coast is because of the higher wind speeds. And the snow will be heavier as you go to the East Coast, especially near that rain snow line, which is going to be moving north throughout the storm. And that also correlates to why there are reduced amounts of snowfall further towards the East Coast. So that is all the information we've got for Winter Storm Orlena. We hope you are prepared for the storm. We hope you will survive. Good luck with surviving and preparing. We will see you next week for the next episode of 333 News.